And there's lots of people, for those who might be relatively new to Blue Skies, there's lots of people who've stretched their association with this festival a long time. Right, young fella? I got something here. This is in the program, and I'll go over some of the stuff in the program later. Have you looked at the program, by the way? It's quite a document. Do you not agree? It's an amazing document, and for it we have to thank Andrew Hall for the work he did. A lot of people contributed, but Andrew put it all together, and it's a lot of putting together to do that. Both historical stuff and just the stuff that comes in about the festival this weekend. So thanks, Andrew. You did a great job. One of the things you'll see in the program, but I'd just like to reiterate it because it's exactly about you folks here now and moving forward, and anybody who would like to get involved with the festival. If you're having a great time at the festival, if you're interested in becoming more involved, join Haley and Susan tomorrow in the drumming circle at noon. This is in the program, but just for those that would really be interested in maybe getting a little more insight into the festival itself and maybe what's involved in going forward on that. So bring your questions and enjoy the discussion on how to get involved with Blue Skies. That's at noon tomorrow, and you can find that in the program. But Susan and Haley have both, they know exactly what they're talking about. They've been involved for a very long time and have been an integral part of the festival and why it works so well. We can do that tomorrow. Well, now, is this going to be? No, this is going to be our first tour of the Shannon of the.
So it shall. The flying of the blue nose.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. It's the This is the famous Martin Honig crank. This stage. We can't remember how long this has been going, but it's been going a while. I asked Freya today. I asked if she ever remembers it. Not being here, and she doesn't remember it not being here, and she's,
older than Freya.
It's older than Freya. But the design of this was our friend Martin Honig, and the idea was that we would be able to bring the curtain down and present musical acts here while we switch stuff back there and keep the show rolling along, which we really like to do. So, our next featured act comes all the way from beautiful Cobourg, Ontario, on Lake Ontario. Shannon had a close call with the opera world, almost joined the opera world, but was somehow moved into the roots folky world, and along the way got herself a great band, has a beautiful voice, writes great songs. She's from a farming community. She likes writing songs about farming and things that are happening to the earth these days and ways we can make it better. She's also done a lot of education with young people, musical education, moving that forward. And we're very happy to have her and her band on stage. So, friends and neighbors, please put your hands together and help me welcome Shannon Linton. Here comes the crank. Nice. Nice action, Matt.
Like a little flower, like a little leaf, like a tree. Rain soaking in, filling every space in me. Every little thing's exactly how it's supposed to be. It's like a little dream. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba. It's just another day. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba. Still haven't found my way, but I enjoy the challenge in a funny way. This tightrope keeps me balanced. Birds and the bees throwing parties right in front of me. Gotta stay at home, stay inside, keep my 6 feet. They'll still be here long after we're a memory, and that's alright with me. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba. It's just another day. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba. Still haven't found my way, but I enjoy the searching. You know I gotta say, it's awkward, but it's working. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba. It's just another day. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba. Still haven't found my way, but I enjoy the challenge in a funny way. This tightrope keeps me balanced. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you all very much. We're all thrilled. I'd like to sing you this next song. I know there's many musicians in the audience, so probably lots of you can relate when you feel like wronged in a situation or you're really, upset about something. You'd like to sit down and write about it. And this song was inspired by a moment such as that, but where I sat down and then realized that what I ended up writing was a song to tell myself to get over myself. I'm not such a big deal, and shit happens to everybody, so maybe, move on with your life. And this is this song, and I'm looking at these beautiful young faces right in front of me, and I'm sorry to say this is called Bullshit Problems. Stop thinking about us. Stop putting yourself through it. There's nothing left to burn. Stop thinking about her. She doesn't even know you're doing. She's not sitting at home waiting her turn. It's time to put her away and rest for at least a couple days. Everything changes and you are no different. Everyone suffers these same bullshit problems. Stop thinking about us. It won't do you no good. The time for Try to forgive yourself for mistreating everybody else. Everything changes and you are no different. Everyone suffers these same bullshit problems. Forgive yourself for mistreating everybody else. Everything changes and you are no different. Everyone suffers these same bullshit problems. Thank you so much. All right, Jacob Daniel on the guitar, everybody. Yeah. And I think many people already know this, but Saskia Tompkins over here just wailing away, right? Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. All right. Well, during the years we don't like to speak of anymore, where there were so many lockdowns and so much time at home, I noticed that I started to just sort of, change in a lot of ways that I wouldn't have necessarily predicted, and I didn't really know what it was going to look like coming out of the lockdowns. And for me, a lot of that had to do with writing, though, and a lot of that had to do with music, and it was not a bad thing for me in a lot of ways. And so this song was written towards the end of, and we kind of knew we were coming out of it, but I didn't really know what that was going to look like yet, and I didn't exactly know what I was going to look like when I was allowed out into the world. And this is called Cocoon. Cocoon, open wide, cocoon hide, every tender thing inside. Cocoon, cocoon sleep, slumber deep, secrets and dreams to keep. Wrap yourself around. Turn me inside out. Go slow. Cocoon, let me stay. On the inside. Thank you all so much. Thank you. What a pleasure. What a pleasure. Well, I love all these young faces in the audience. I have 2 kids myself, and they're a little bit older than most of the ones I can see up front here. My daughter will be 12 soon, and my son just turned 14. But when my daughter was about 6 or 7, she began the phase of lying to me about everything and anything she could lie to me about. I wouldn't recommend it, kids. I don't think it's a great idea. But it was, as a mom, it broke my heart. My little baby wanted to distance herself from me somehow, you know, and so she lied to me a lot for a while. And, you know, we've come out the other end mostly. She's 12, so we're probably heading right back into it. But this song is about, right? Yeah. But this song is about that heartbreak of your baby pushing away from you. It's called Change in the Weather. You've been lying to me, right to my face so easily, and you think that I don't see, you think that I don't bleed. There was a time this used to be easy, there was a time you were mine. Feels like a change in the weather. I'd hope that things would get better, but here we are, and here we go. How can I believe all of these tales you're trying to weave, when you've proven endlessly your word holds no currency? There was a time this used to be easy, was a time you were mine, but it feels like a change in the weather. I'd hope that things would get better, but here we are, and here we go. There was a time this used to be easy. There was a time you were mine. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, it seems like a lot of you relate to that. It is what it is, right? Yeah. So a few years ago, I read a story about a blackout that had happened in New York City, right on the island of Manhattan. And this happened for about 5 or 6 hours. The entire island was out of power, and it was right during sort of evening commute time. And the article talked all about the different things that people ended up doing during that time that was so unusual, obviously, for such a busy city. And some people, of course, were like in the middle of dinner at a restaurant, and they had to agree, just like on Scout's honor, to come back and pay the next day because all the machines were down. Other folks just grabbed their nearest person walking down the street with them and went and had a drink at a bar and just killed the time till the subway was running again. And some folks actually went out into the street in Times Square and directed traffic because none of the lights were working. But my favorite part of the story was the fact that because all the Broadway shows were dark, literally dark, the cast of the show Waitress just went out onto the sidewalk and performed for the people that happened to be there. Isn't that amazing? And I'm born and raised small town girl, and so I kind of have this really romantic idea of what the city would be like when it just stops. And this song is about that. It's called Better in the Dark. There's a man outside looking skyward, and I think he's finally seen the stars on the boulevard. Strangers belly up, grab a cup, raise it up, celebrating what today? It's kinda hard to say. The lights went out on Broadway and things went sideways, but still it's better in the dark. Maybe there's space for finding more of who we are, falling into darkness suddenly, not minding shadows in the park. There's magic on the sidewalk, there's kindness at the crosswalk. The acoustics are rather lovelier underneath the stars. It's better in the dark. Little did we know we'd feel so powerful when our evening plans were changed, systems rearranged. The lights went out on Broadway and things went sideways, but still it's better in the dark. Maybe there's space for finding more of who we are, falling into darkness suddenly, not minding shadows in the park. There's magic on the sidewalk, there's kindness at the crosswalk. The acoustics are rather lovelier underneath the stars. It's better in the dark. Thank you so much. We're awake? We're awake out there? Yeah. My grandfather was the most unique person maybe that I've ever met, at least in my world. He was like, I've told people he was like Paul Bunyan, but like the kindest, sweetest, gentlest man. But he lived in basically an off-grid cabin when that wasn't like a cool thing that people were doing. He just had a furnace and like nothing else. And he lived with just his dog, who was his best friend and who saved his life from bears more than once. And he just like fished in the river beside his home, and he grew a 1 acre garden, and he grew most of his food or fished or hunted most of his food. And when you would meet him, like I would be, a 6-year-old kid, and you'd go up and give him a hug, and he would jut his shoulder out and like slam his shoulder into your sternum and then smack you in the back. Like, that was a hug from him. He was not a very gentle, physically, he was very uncomfortable with that, but he was just the kindest soul and the most unusual man. And this song is for him. It's called World's Strongest Man. Here lies the world's strongest man, given the grace to pass into the night. Here lies the world's strongest man, sleep to dream and wake on the other side. Here lies the world's strongest man, given the grace to pass into the night. Here lies, here lies, here lies the world's strongest man, sleep to dream and wake on the other side. And the light will bear his name, and the birds won't sound the same, and the fish won't swim the stream, and the deer won't run the green, because the light will bear his name, and the birds won't sound the same, and the fish won't swim the stream, and the deer won't run the green. Here lies the world's strongest man, given the grace to pass into the night. Here lies the world's strongest man, sleep to dream and wake on the other side. Let the river, let the river wash away. Let the river, let the river wash away. Let the river, let the river wash away. Oh, let the river, let the river wash away. And the light will bear his name, and the birds won't sound the same, and the fish won't swim the stream, and the deer won't run the green, because the light will bear his name, and the birds won't sound the same, and the fish won't swim the stream, and the deer won't run the green. Here lies the world's strongest man, given the grace to pass into the night. Here lies the world's strongest man, sleep to dream and wake on the other side. Thank you so much. So some years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, I suddenly lost hearing in my left ear, and I became almost entirely deaf in my left ear, which, as you can imagine, is probably terrible for anybody, but particularly hit me pretty hard as a musician and a music teacher. But I got a hearing aid, and I have learned how to manage it and how to cope with it, and seemed mostly it's all right. But then earlier this year, I went to the doctor again because my right ear was feeling kind of funky, and the genetic disorder that is causing the left ear deafness can happen in both ears. And it is happening in my right ear as well, it turns out, and so I'm sort of in this state of like unknowing. I don't know what that will mean. I don't know how that's going to play out exactly, and it's scary, and uncertainty in any sort of way I think is really scary, and this for me is one that I'm grappling with, and this song is called Afraid. I am afraid to lose my hearing. I am not afraid of change. I run toward it. I am afraid to stay the same. I was so scared I wouldn't hear my babies crying in the night. Now they've grown older. They don't do that anymore. When I lie in bed, right ear pressed to my pillow, I don't hear you when you say, I love you. I walk around wide-eyed and strained to hear the things that I will miss. When they're gone, try to take in more. Try to see more, try to smell more, try to hear more, try to feel more. I want more and I'm afraid. I want more and I'm afraid. When I lie in bed, right ear pressed to my pillow, I don't hear you when you say, I love you. I don't hear you when you say, I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. Well, the band rejoins me. I'd love to introduce you to the rest of them. I've got Whitney O'Hearn making me shiver with all the gorgeous harmonies here. Billy Boulay keeping us all on track and making it fun back here. Yeah. I got Tyson Galloway behind me. I can't really say enough about Tyson, but just that's Tyson. Yeah. Many of you already know Saskia, but I introduced Saskia Tompkins. Here we are. And I really cannot stress that this band, any one of them, could be front and center, front in the show. They're all so exceptional. And for this song, Jacob Daniel is going to do just that.
Thanks, guys. Really honored to be part of this 50 Years of Blue Skies with these talented individuals around me. This one's called Happy Place.
What if I could build a kingdom up in my mind? I'd gather riches around my throne. Up in my fortress I'd reign alone, admiring proudly all I've grown.
pause and I turn till you call to me. You tried to put me in line, but I wasn't listening. Then you screamed and said, babe, oh, your heart is an ocean. And it's so much more than just some pretty room in your head.
And you're so much more than just some pretty room in your head.
Or what if I could be behind a trail of letters of all my lies? And all my thoughts, I'd be so clever, I'd write in riddles for things to find. And then I'd turn away back to my happy place. And my control center is always cloudy weather. Then I pause and I turn till you call to me. You tried to show me the light, that I was in tunnel vision. Then you screamed and said, babe, oh, your heart is an ocean.
And it's so much more than just some pretty room in your head.
And you're so much more than just some pretty room in your head. And you're so much more, you're so much more. It's a pretty room.
So much more, you're so much more.
So pretty room. And you're so much more than just some pretty room in your head. And you're so much more than just some pretty room in your head. And you're so much more than just some pretty room in your head. Thank you guys.
Jacob Daniel. All right, we're gonna be quick because we got a time limit and we got 2 more songs we want for you. So no more talking. Let's just have some songs. Yeah. Thank you. You guys have been amazing. We got 2 more for you. This is the news. Here's the news I need today. The lilacs are on full display. My God, they smell so pretty. And it's not time to plant tomatoes. There's frost out there this morning. Let's just see how it goes, see how it goes. The news will tell me awful things I never want to know, but the news won't tell me anything about my life, my home, my world. It's vast and microscopic, and if my world is a microcosm, be Here's the news I see today. The kids are more than just okay. Despite what folks will tell you, they were not born just to save us. When did we get so helpless? There's so much we can do, 'cause things are hard and beautiful. And we should all be more dutiful. And I don't need the news to fill me full of sorrow and despair. I just think we should care. I wish I could believe the news, but sometimes facts don't lead to truth. I wish I could believe the news, but sometimes facts don't lead to truth. Here's the news I see today. The lilacs are on full display. My God, they smell so pretty. Thank you all. We are the Shannon Linton Band. This is our last song for you tonight. You've been amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm being too speedy. Normally I would talk, you could change guitars, it would be helpful, but too fast, too fast. All right. You just promised me the world, and I will be your one and only Clementine girl. Don't need diamonds, don't need pearls, just sweet sunshine with a Clementine girl. Mornings beside you, wake up, open my eyes, no makeup. And watching while I'm asleep. This is the life you dreamed of. Am I the right one? Sweet love, are you surprised at just how good it can be? If there's something just beyond your grasp, I will give it to you. There's no need to ask. You just promise me the world, and I will be your one and only Clementine girl. Don't need diamonds, don't need pearls, just sweet sunshine with you, Clementine girl. Another lifetime we might pass on the street, I'd walk right by, never meet, and never know what we miss. But here now, I'm with you, there's nothing I would not do. You call my name, and baby, I can't resist. Thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of the festival. We sure will. Thank you.
Two.
Bringing the curtain down, my friend. Bringing the curtain down. Yep.
Thank you very much, Shannon Linton, ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors. And I'll need a 58 over there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, now, let me see. I've got 3 more of these. New Little While Friends in Food Line. And that was from Moik. We had another one from Moik tonight, didn't we? I think we did. I wonder if it's the same Moik. And suddenly, from nowhere, a unicycle. And let me see now. Benches back, anticipation heightens, boogie explosion. And that's from Crow Fisher. Well, now then, what have we got here? What to do with this? Okay. In your program, there are explicit instructions on exactly how we try and conserve water at Blue Skies, because it's really important. All our water at Blue Skies comes from a hole that's about this big around. And it goes way down about 250 or 270 feet. That's a long way down, and it's got to come all the way up there, and then it's got to go through special processes, and it's got to go into our little water tank there, and then it gets distributed. And so there's only so much water for all of these people. So we've got to be very careful with our water. So you can get water at the stations. There's a water station at each of the showers. There's a water station up by the cook shack, and there's a couple of others. If you're not familiar with the property, you just ask around and you'll find it. When you get your water, take a jug. You might have to line up, but that's okay. You'll be able to say hi to a new friend and probably have a pretty good conversation. Get the water, put it in your container, turn off the water, and walk away. Don't do your dishes. Don't brush your teeth. Don't have a shower at the water station itself. That's strictly for getting the water and then taking it back to your campsite. That's the first thing. We can do that, right, you guys? That's absolutely right. For sure. And we really don't want to be doing anything around where we pick up the water. We just want to get the water, meet new friends, and take our water back to our campsite. And everybody at the campsite should probably go and get water now and then, not just the same person going to get the water, because that's a job, and everybody should share that job at the campsite, right? Okay. Now, the outhouses. How many people have used an outhouse at Blue Skies? Okay. We know that there's some specific things that help make the using of the outhouse better for yourself and better for all those around, right? Right. First of all, when we go to the outhouse, we open the door. And then we step inside and we close the door. We don't let the door go. No, because we disturb our neighbors, especially in the middle of the night. So we take the little thingamajigger and we go click, just like that. And then it's time to do our business, and we do our business. Don't take your telephone in. Don't play games. Don't mess around. Just get down to business and get out. There's a white container that's full of sawdust and a scoop. After we're done, we take one scoop, we put it down the hole, and we put the lid. That's exactly what we do. We put the scoop back, and we open the little clicker, and then we and that's how we do it. And if we're fellas, every outhouse has a special place for all us fellas to take a leak. And it's not inside, it's around the back and around the side. So use that, please and thank you, and things will move along much faster than they might otherwise. Okay? So now, should we have a shower? Okay. So we're going to the shower. We're not completely dressed from head to toe with all our special clothes on. No, we're being modest, yet we are also taking as little as possible so that when we get there, and we might have to line up and chat with more friends and find out what everybody's doing at Blue Skies, and maybe get the idea to volunteer for something specific because somebody said, wow, I volunteered for the outhouses today, and I cleaned up some of them, and people just kept coming up and thanking me, and I was doing a great job, and I feel really good about it. So while you're doing that, get ready. If you're in line and a door opens and somebody comes out and it's your turn, step up quickly and be prepared. Be prepared to You can put that over the rail. You can take your hat. You can flip that. Don't take your watch. No. Leave your watch back at the campsite. And then, if you're going to use an SM58 microphone, leave it outside the door, but have it high enough so that it will actually work if you need it to work. And then, please remove all electronic devices. There. That way, our SM58 microphone will take over that responsibility. And we take off our shoes, or our sandals, or whatever we have. And we take off our shoes. Here's the important part. You've got seconds to do this. Not minutes, no, seconds. Because people are waiting to have a shower. So, you have to look this thing in the eye. Or in the 15 eyes that's showing down at you. And you just gotta go for it. So you get your soap. You get it ready to go, you turn it on,
James, what's the plan?
and you go for it. If you want, you can turn it off briefly. You can turn it off briefly, get the soap, do the soap thing, Put the soap down and rinse. Then turn it. Right. Now the thing is, when you turn it on, that's as hot as it's gonna get. So use the hot stuff first, because it's only gonna get colder. So you wanna use that, get that hot stuff right off the top so you can, still feel warm and refreshed at the same time. Then, when you've finished rinsing, dry yourself off. Quickly. Then, modestly, put some clothes back on. Not all of your clothes, but some of your clothes. Then, step out of the shower. Greet those who are there. Welcome them into the shower. And head back to your campsite to put on all the other clothes that you need to put on at Blue Skies. That's the way we try and have it. Did you see how much water I used there? I used about 4 cups of water there. I was able to do all of that, and I only used that much water, and I feel like a new man. So, back at the campsite, I better put a new shirt on. And perhaps some pantaloons. I'll put on a nice pair of pants. There we go. And perhaps a pair of Blue Skies socks. And there's nothing that goes better with Blue Skies socks than we put our socks into our sandals, walk them in position, and then return with your electronic devices. And we can put that right back there, and look at that. We're right back online, no problem at all. There we go. And chick. Well, I can take a shower any old hour of the day. Even if it's freezing, I can find no reason for dismay. 'Cause afterwards there's nothing holds a candle to the comfort of a sock and a sandal. And it's all made fashionable to boot. In my safari suit. In my safari suit. Well, it was down at Value Village, in amongst the pillage, slightly used. But I dragged it off the rack, put it across my back, we were amused. So we dressed it up with stars and dragonflies, some stripes to put the sparkle in your eyes. I'm as spiffy as you. In my safari suit. In my safari suit. Oh, life is hustle bustle. Sometimes it's a fuss, I'll say. But when the pressure's ceaseless, I stay crisp and creaseless, night or day. The polyesters blend to keep me sharp. It's a made-to-measure, custom-tailored tarp. A trend to render fashionistas mute. My safari suit. In my safari suit. Well, when life takes a turn, something that we learn is shift a gear. If a call comes unraveled, try the road less traveled. Watch where you steer. Why, we've been down this road since 1974. There's a million tales and there'll be millions more. So buckle up, we're taking the scenic route. In my safari suit. In my safari suit. Yes, I can take a shower any old hour of the day. Even if it's freezing, I can find no reason for dismay. 'Cause afterwards there's nothing shows a candle to the comfort of a sock and a sandal. And we're all made fashionable to boot. In my safari suit. In my safari suit. In my safari suit. Well, oh, I forgot to put my watch back on. So, how many are going to volunteer tomorrow? Good. That's what we want. We want to go back up to the info booth. That's where we volunteer. Is up to the info booth, and then you can sign up. Like I said, for 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever you want. You'll meet new friends, and you'll have a heck of a good time. Are you going to volunteer, Mr. Queen? Absolutely. Very good. You can do tall stuff. You know, like me and you, we get to do tall stuff, right? Yeah, that's absolutely. So let's, do we see the moon yet? There's a partial moon tonight. It's going to come up over there. No. Full moon on Tuesday night was amazing. It was like, and then Wednesday night, the weather didn't get so good. And Thursday night, the weather was completely terrible. And tonight, the weather's great. So please put your hands together and thank whoever's in charge to give them the best vibe possible, because they have given us a magnificent evening. This is really, really good, what we want.